What is up, guys? John the RetroBro back again. Do you even Sega Saturn Reproduction, bro? That's right. For those that don't know, I love the Sega Saturn. I've always been a huge fan of the Saturn. And even going back to the late 90s, one of my best friends had a Sega Saturn. Actually, the mid-90s, now that I think about it. Yes, I am that old. One of my best friends had a Sega Saturn. He was like the rich kid that got everything. This was before the PlayStation came out. So I had a very early experience with the Sega Saturn. Not just in my hipster older days that I finally got back into it, but I've always been a huge fan. It was always something different. It was always something I really enjoyed. I thought it was a unique system that had a lot of potential. And because of its short lifespan, I didn't really get to experience as much as the Saturn as I would like to. Even after the fact, I wound up buying the Sega Saturn from him in like 2000. He sold it to me with all his games, but even after that, the Dreamcast was out, the PlayStation was out, the N64 was out. So I didn't get to experience it as much as I wish that I had. Fast forward to today, it's a system that I enjoy playing now. I've been streaming it lately, but there's one problem. There's one problem, and that is the cost of the games are absolutely insane. But I have found a way, in my infinite Brostradamus wisdom, and with the help of Cyrus Martin, to make these bad boys. And I'm going to talk about how I do it. Yes, bro, do you even reproduction? Alright, so for those that don't know, the Sega Saturn has an extremely strange copyright system. One of the ways they did copyright with the Sega Saturn was lines in the disc, and it was a very strange way of doing it. So the Sega Saturn does utilize regular standard CDs, but because of the way they did the copyright, it's very strange to get around. However, I'm not going to go into details. Even I don't know the intricates of how it all works, but I know this much. And I'll leave a link in the description for this, guys. I've talked about it on my streams. This is the Sega Saturn Unlocker. So this is a cartridge that sits on top of your Sega Saturn like an action replay and allows the system, it allows the system to read burn games. So what I've been doing is I've been taking these and I've been turning them in to these. So yes, guys, this is a regular CD that I have used some labels with, and I've got these. So guys, what I do is simple. You know, this game, for example, is $200. This is a $200 game. I think the disc by itself is over $100. It's a very expensive game. So I use a program called Image Burn, and it allows me to take the bin.enqueue file and simply burn it onto a standard CD. Once I do that, I go on the coverproject.net and I print out the actual insert for the game. So, for example, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I could type that in on the coverproject.net, or I could type in Mega Man X4. Everything is categorized. Go to Sega Saturn, go to it, find my game. I can download the insert art and print it from my printer, just like that. I went on to Amazon and I bought a case of 25 empty DVD cases, which cost about $25. And I put the insert right in there, the disc in there. And then for the disc art, is real simple, guys. For the disc art, I will do one of two things. So what I've noticed with the disc art is, if you go on Google and you type in, say, Symphony of the Night Sega Saturn disc art, you might get something that comes up, or you might not. So for the ones that do come up, I simply download the disc art and I go into Microsoft Word, and I went to Staples, right? Gotta go to Staples. I got these guys right here, CD and DVD labels. So for $50, it's about $14. And those are compatible with, if you go in on Google yet again, you can type in the Avery, it's called Avery Labels. So go on Google, type in Avery Labels Microsoft Word. So the CD and DVD labels from Staples will tell you which ones they're compatible with. It prints out something like this. You go into Word, you put your little picture art over that, and then you print it out. There's a couple instances where I don't have disc art, so in that case I use just a generic overlay. I use some word art, I put it on there. But you know, for the cost of ink, for the cost of the cases, it's definitely a lot less than a $200 game, which plays great in the Saturn, by the way. I've done a separate video of this Sega Saturn Unlocker. You put it in, your system will boot normal. It'll give you the option to play the disc. There's like 3 different code options. You just select whichever one works. Guys, I've been playing Mega Man. I've been playing the Castlevania Symphony of the Night Saturn port, which is awesome because I've always wanted to play that version on the Sega Saturn because it has actual different areas. It has different levels. So I was super excited to play that. Now I could just burn the disc and put the disc in the drawer, you know, but the collector in me, you know, the shelf, like I like to be able to see the game. You know, if I'm gonna play on original hardware, you know, there's a certain experience that goes along with that. I want to be able to pick the game off the shelf, put it into the system, like see the artwork, you know. So this allows me to really almost have a Sega Saturn collection without the cost of having, you know, the legitimate copy. So yes, these are backups. These won't play in a Sega Saturn that doesn't have the unlocker or isn't modded. So, you know, unfortunately, if I just give this to somebody, they're not going to be able to play it. But for me, check it out. Look what I got. I could play it in my Saturn. As long as I have that unlocker, I can take that unlocker, I could put it in a different Saturn. I can play the game. So this allows me to kind of re-experience the Sega Saturn games again. So I've really been enjoying it. That's how I do it, guys. I've been streaming a lot of Saturn. I love the Saturn. This is definitely, you know, a cheaper option. Of course, there's always cheaper options than this. But like I said, guys, you know, ink, cases, and the CDs. You get 100 CDs for like $10. So you're literally paying cents for them. This is so much cheaper than spending $150, $200, because even the commons like Sonic 3D Blast, which I'm a huge fan of, call me crazy, I like Sonic 3D Blast. I said what I said, bro, do you even 3D Blast, okay? I love that game. But even that game, guys, goes for like $25, $30 for the disc version on eBay. I made it for like $1, you know, and I have the game in my collection. So that's how I do it, guys. That's how I make my Sega Saturn reproductions. I have quite a few. I really enjoy them. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to leave a link to where you can buy the Sega Saturn Unlocker below. I'll be honest with you, full disclosure, I thought about throwing these up on Etsy and just putting a disclaimer like, hey, you don't want to do it yourself, here you go. You know, pay for the shipping and the ink, throw me a couple bucks. But I may I may do that, I'm not sure. These are definitely fun to make. I do enjoy making them. Not everybody has the time. It is a little time consuming, I will say that, like, because I can't always find the disc art, so I make that generic disc art for them, you know, which you'll see in the overlays here. So, but you know, I really enjoy it because it's like a different aspect of like, oh, check it out, you know, like I went from the bin and cue on my file to putting it in game form and having the disc and putting the disc, you know, in my Saturn and playing it. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is something cool, or am I just crazy? Do you even Sega Saturn reproduction, bro? Let me know what you think. Check it out. If you got a Sega Saturn, guys, get that on locker. It's a lifesaver. Till next time, guys. See you on the next video.